American Muggy presents Scrapland is a 2004 video game developed by Mercury Steam Entertainment. Today is a perfect day to make a video on this iceberg in preparation of the release of the Scrapland remake coming this year. I will be using a ranking system of the police meter from the game to show how fond I am with each entry on the iceberg. The meter being empty meaning I don't know much about what I'm talking about, and the meter being full meaning I have full confidence of what I'm talking about. For those who don't know what an iceberg is, subjects on top are more known and the deeper you go the more obscure it gets. So now that you have a basic idea of an iceberg, we will begin the video. The first entry on the list is Betty is Deep Throat. In the game it is revealed that a character called Deep Throat was another robot called Betty, who is one of your colleagues. This entry is nothing special, so let's move on. Early Scrapland news broadcasts. I think this entry might be talking about something that most players have missed in the game. In the game there are flat screens that show news. Well, most players do not interact with these. Not until a further point in the game, the news progresses with the game, and at the beginning of the game, since not much has happened, the news will be talking about some recent events before your arrival to Scrapland. I think this is it to this part. Scrapland Manual. If you have a disc to Scrapland, you probably have a manual as well. This manual has some nice information about the game and is really interesting. Scrapland Planet Backstory. The planet Scrapland is later on revealed in the game to be the planet Earth and was abandoned by humans after they trashed it. Detritus Backstory. In the Scrapland manual it is said that Detritus actually made himself out of space debris. This is all the info I managed to gather. We are now going deeper in the list. Archbishop playable character. In Scrapland there are a couple of main characters that rule over others. These are the chief of police, chief of bankers, the mayor and the archbishop. All of these are playable characters, but the archbishop as his matrix is encrypted. As a matter of fact, there is no actually character model for him but just a normal model since he has no AI, but rumors still exist that he is playable. Quick Console. The Quick Console is a little cheat code thing that lets you enter dev codes. You can access it by pressing and Control at the same time. Known codes. I am assuming this is referring to the previous entry. The most known dev codes are God, Yoda, Free, Speed, Stop, Megagut and Freeze. Unused Viscous View IGN. I at first had no idea what this was, but after searching it I saw the IGN trailer for Scrapland. At the end it showed the Viscous looking into the camera, but the angle of which this was shot at was never seen in the game. Walk on Road. The only thing this reminds me of is the old screenshot I saw as a kid. It was Detritus standing on the road next to Town Hall. Merc Backstory. Not many people know, but the Mercs found the GDB in the scrapyard and then they tried to take it for themselves, but then the Archbishop and his bishop stole it from them and started to charge people for extra lives. We are going down the list once again. All codes. I think this is just talking about all the dev codes in the game. I'm not going to talk about that since it would take up the whole video and it's real not that interesting. Scrap.set. Scrap.set is used when entering more special codes. Once again, I'm not going to be talking about it here. Crazy Mayor Map MSS. This is referring to one of the codes MSS. When entering the code the game crashes when trying to load a removed map from the game. I did some extra digging and found a huge leak that will come in later in the iceberg, but for now it says that Mercury Steam confirmed it to be a test map removed from the game. Beta loading screen. When entering the code SVR the game tries to load another missing map but then crashes and loads the beta loading screen. I already covered this in a previous video. Shed. This is a code in Scrapland but it's unknown to what it does and I have no further information on it. Bull in multiplayer map Easter egg. In the leak I mentioned earlier, Mercury said there is a bull in one of the multiplayer maps. This was never found, and the strangest thing is that it's not even anywhere in the game files. The same leak also mentioned that there are many more Easter eggs in the game we do not know about. Interactable space bike. In Scrapland you arrive to the planet on a space bike, but you can never interact with it. When looking this up I found a Reddit post. It mentioned something about Scrapland and there was this image attached to it. The person said that when interacting with it the game just said that it is unavailable at the moment. We are going even deeper. MTT droid carrier in industrial zone. In another Reddit post I found it says, when playing Scrapland on my Xbox, after exiting the gambling den I turned into the direction of the police station and saw MTT. When I read this I did not know what MTT was, but after that I searched it up and all I could find were images of Star Wars MTTs. Black Sphere traffic ship after boss meeting. In the same Reddit thread I found him saying that after he met the boss, instead of getting Betty to show him the camera it instead put him in a ship in downtown. He then got attacked by the black spheric ship. I have no more information on this. Scrapland cover location exists in downtown. On the Scrapland cover you can see Detritus standing in a window and you can see downtown through it. The location of the window in the actual game is unknown and probably does not even exist, so this might be false. Bank secret door. In the following footage you can see an odd-looking door in the bank. Visible door in Archbishop office. In his office there is actually an invisible door that opens when you get near it, so if you use a code to freeze the door you can collide with it, and that is how you know it exists. Scrapland level kit. In the same leak as before it shows that Mercury Actual has their hands on a level kit for the game and it lets you create levels. No more info was ever found on this kit. We are going down deep. Fake 1. As some of you know, there is a song called Fake 2 in the Scrapland game files, but since it's called Fake 2 we might be able to assume there might have once been a Fake 1. I tried searching this up but I found nothing. 2002 Alpha. An Alpha to a game is an early version of the game. The oldest screenshots I could find from Scrapland came from 2003 and I could not gather any info on it. Boss is just a puppet. I have no idea what this is and I even searched but found nothing, so I'm going to move on. Assassin. When spawning in a ship with a game code the ship will always be called Assassin Con MDL. I have no idea. Default loading screen. No idea. Scrapland is eternal imprisonment with no death. Many people believe that since when you die and get revived in the game it might be eternal imprisonment. This really creeps me out. Cut robot attorney. I found no information about this. It's all Bank Master. The Bank Master in the game plays a huge role in the game and stuff like that, but I have no idea to why this says it's all Bank Master. Unused space station lines. I was looking the game files and found nothing, so I have no idea. 2 unused logo textures, 1 normal and 1 messed up. This is referring to the 2 logos found in the game files. 1 is normal and 1 looks squiggly. Sadly I no longer have access to these files so I can't show them. Rhino Gyro ship. This one is really weird. When I was looking for information on this I stumbled upon a Scrapland info website. The site said how the ship was removed as all of the devs working on the ship went missing out of the blue. As in respect for them they removed the ship from the game and it was left on only one version of the game. This version was then stolen and sold on eBay for $5. The eBayer would not say why he is selling it for such a low price. After reading this I attempted to find this eBayer to ask him for the copy, but when I did my computer crashed. I then went to sleep and the next day I wanted to try again, but I forgot who the eBay lister was, so I was looking for the Scrapland information site, but when I clicked on the link to it it said that the website is no longer available. We are now on the last layer in the iceberg. Out of bounds bridge in downtown. I was looking and there is what I think might have been the bridge. Scrapland was originally a webcomic. I found no information to back this claim up. Arm Cops originally in Spore. I found one video on YouTube about a Spore character that looks similar to the Arm Cop from Scrapland. Early Garage. On the back of one of the game covers you can see a garage from Scrapland, but it was never used in the main game, so here is a close-up of it now. And that was the last thing on the iceberg. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing to my and my friend's YouTube channel listed in the description. Also, there is a link to our Discord in case anyone wants to join. House. 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 House.